Holy shit. One Piece chapter 539. Holy shit, dude. Wow. Wow. Oda with the plot twist, yo. Oda with the plot twist. So let me get this straight. Ivankov, the King of Queens, the drag queen, is Luffy's father's aide, his comrade. Wow. You talk about plot twists. And if that wasn't enough, right? That wasn't enough. Oda hit you with another one. Sprinkle some seeds. Since at the end of the chapter we know that Ace is getting ready to be transported to Marineford, where the gallows are going to be awaiting him, publicly executed, I was thinking, well, they're just trying to draw out Whitebeard. It didn't even cross my mind they're trying to draw out Luffy's father. And Oda not only has Ivankov, the drag queen, not only has him mention this, but he also says, I'm going to insert a flashback. And he just comes out and says, hey, Dragon, I notice you always look eastern. This is your homeland. Does it rest there? He was always thinking about his boys. Man, let me tell you something, right? Like, I don't have kids, but I got a dog. And you guys know, like, I paid to put my dog through cancer treatment, right? Like, that's my little boy. If anything happened, I'd raise fucking holy hell if anything happened to my dog. I can only imagine what Dragon's going through. I can only imagine. Like, he probably knows Ace is going to be executed, but when he finds out, if he doesn't know, when he finds out, the world government's playing a huge, huge game. Because you got the Revolutionary Army, you got Whitebeard. Now, Dragon is somebody I know you don't want to fuck with. Like, I know that based on how he's been built up. He's like this faraway figure who Oda, you can tell, has bigger plans for. Whitebeard, the Four Emperors. We're getting ready to go into the New World. It's just like a good way to put it. Like, the Grand Line is a really, really souped up V6, okay? Like, it's got some nice horsepower to it. Really, really cool. Got just enough punch for you to say it's a sports car. Okay? It's not a little four-banger. It's a sports car, okay? The four-banger being a Honda Civic, you know, that type of shit. Like, oh, it's a sports car. The New World is a V8. But you got different levels of V8. Like, with the Four Emperors, you got like it ain't just a regular Mustang GT, right? You got the Four Emperors, they're the Shelby version of the Mustang. Like, that's the one you don't want to fuck with. Like, that's the one 800 horsepower. Like, the top of the line type shit. Okay? And then with Dragon isn't just a V8. Dragon is a supercharged Z07. Top of the line Corvette, lightweight, take a little longer to attain. That's how I feel like Oda's destruction. All the other pirates in the New World are just base Mustang GTs with like the 425 horsepower if you go with the brand new ones. Like, that's what Dragon is, okay? Like, Dragon is the unattainable, or not unattainable, hard to attain, supercharged limited edition Corvette. Like, that's how Oda's got this. And it's like Luffy's having to build his way up, but for the world government to be baiting both of them, that's a huge set of balls. I don't care how strong these admirals are. Like, Kizaru's pretty fucking strong, yo. Like, don't get me wrong, Kizaru's pretty fucking strong. And if you got all three of them together, you could see some damage being done. But, I mean, Luffy's father got a reputation for a reason. And he's strong enough that when the drag queen's talking, and he's saying, like, look, I can't get bust out of here yet. Like, I'm waiting for the revolution to start. And Luffy said, oh yeah, Dragon, that's my dad. Yeah, that's what Grandpa said. And he was like, yeah, it's because he's your dad. And he was like, oh shit, that's your dad. And he has to put Luffy up on some game. Because Luffy, this is where his naive nature helped him, but it bit him in the ass at the same time. Because what you're being basically told here is, he's telling him, like, look, man, like, it's okay for you to tell me who your father is, but that's not something you want to go around telling. And I'll give you a really great example, right? A really, really great example. So this is what I'm saying. Like, when it comes to certain things, you don't want to broadcast or highlight where you're at. You don't want to make it too known, okay? Because that's when people start counting your money and all this other shit. It gets you into problems. And to give you an idea, I'm going to relate to Luffy on this, right? Like, if I was more naive, I would do what Luffy did. I would just tell people, like, oh, I drive a CTSV. I don't do that. Because when it happens, people are ill-intentioned. And so, to put this in perspective for you, you guys know I love performance cars. CTSV performance car. That's like luxury and performance all together. But here's the thing, though, right? When I go to work, I drive a Camry Solera. It's really old, beat up, got some dents in it, and still great shape. Like, beat up's the wrong word. Really, really great shape. 285,000 miles on it, though, right? And they're like, oh, he likes performance cars, can't really afford it. That's bullshit. But because I know I'm working in an office where that ain't the best thing I want to forecast, I keep my baby at home. So when I go home, I have this. Just show y'all one bullshit. I have that. I have the ATSV. You know, I even got like the, you know, this is how you know it's mine. You know, you got the fucking Super Saiyan on that bitch. But here's like the thing though, right? Like, I don't forecast it. I don't lay it out there all for people to know and all this other shit, simply for the fact that I know somebody will try and catch feelings at work, I'll get fired or some shit, or somebody will try and get close to me for, you know, monetary reasons or whatever, right? Like, I did different things that allowed me, before any other things popped off, before this job or whatever, I did different things that allowed me to be able to get in that. Like, I got some side royalties going on. I made some investments. Like, just great shit. You know, for some of you guys don't know, I used to write. I mean, I've got different things. And so it's very telling that Luffy hasn't learned that. And it's because Luffy, his crew protects him. Luffy's crew protects him from himself. And what's really important about this is the fact that Luffy, if Nico Robin would have been there, and I'm not trashing Nico Robin, but Nico Robin would have been there, she would have been able to use the hand fruit, excuse me, not the hand fruit, the flower fruit, and have the hands pop up and put the hands over his mouth to keep him from exclaiming who his father is. Now, in this case, it worked out fine. And the reason why is Luffy has allies, real allies, who can take him where he needs to go. And they start barging through, and when the transponder snails start picking up everything, they're going, I thought this guy was missing. I thought this guy was missing. What the fuck is going on here? And all the puzzle pieces are snapping together, but it's going to be too little too late. And the Underwarden all of a sudden gets serious and says, start springing the traps. They can't get there. So it's like Oda's taking us to a point where it's the road not taken. If Luffy wouldn't have been taking so long to eat, or maybe if he doesn't kind of joke around a little bit and take time to bow down to Bon Clay and say thank you, maybe he could have got there to save Ace on time. You know, at this point, I think Oda's setting it up for where Luffy's just going to be too short. He's going to come up a little too short. I don't think Luffy's going to go to Marineford. I don't think that's going to happen, because that's a suicide fucking mission. Now, granted, this dumbass did break into Impel Down, so it is possible, but I don't think it's likely, because Luffy would have to break his way. It makes more sense for Luffy to get there and to have to whoop some asses on the ship and then break his way out of Impel Down. Or in this case, because they're trying to transport him, maybe Luffy can use some espionage or something to kind of make that work. So I think that's pretty interesting. But my chapter question to you guys is, on a scale from 1 to 10, if Luffy would have been around the wrong person, how badly would he have fucked up by saying that Dragon is his father? But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching the end of the video, guys. Have an awesome day.